Let us go to visual diagnosis, inspection. The topic is tongue moisture. Moistness refers to both the general moistness of the tongue and the moistness of the tongue's coating. Both the tongue and the coating should be slightly moist but not wet. Pathogenic heat will dry and damage fluids and blood. Yin deficiency is characterized by a lack of fluids, therefore the tongue will also be dry. Fluids and blood are closely linked to each other, and blood helps to moisten the body. A dry tongue can therefore also be seen when there is blood deficiency. Yang deficiency and cold can mean that the body fluids are not transformed and transported optimally, and this will therefore accumulate on the tongue, causing the tongue coating to become wet. The amount of moisture on a tongue gives an indication of the state of body fluids. Whenever the tongue is red or deep red, one should check the moisture. If the tongue is also dry, it means that the heat has begun to injure the body fluids. A normal tongue should be very slightly moist, indicating that the body fluids are intact and are being properly transformed and transported. If the tongue is too wet, it indicates that yang qi is not transforming and transporting fluids, and these accumulate to form dampness. If it is dry, it may indicate either full heat or empty heat, according to whether the tongue has coating or not. If the coating is sticky or slippery, it indicates retention of dampness or phlegm. A healthy tongue is kept moist naturally by saliva. A normal tongue coating is moist and lustrous. The clinical significance is examining the moisture of the tongue coating can help one assess the condition of the body fluids. Saliva keeps the tongue coating moist. Saliva is a body fluid, and thus the condition of the body fluids affects the moisture of the tongue. If excessive pathogenic heat injures the body fluids, or if dysfunction in the internal organs give rise to yin deficiency, a dry tongue coating may result. If body fluids are severely impaired, a rough tongue coating can be seen. When dampness or water attacks the body, an excessive amount of dampness and saliva may cause the tongue coating to appear glossy or slippery. In the case of spleen or kidney yang deficiency, this dampness can arrive from the exterior or the interior. When this occurs, consumed liquids cannot be transformed into body fluids, which gives rise to the accumulation of dampness. So let's see the pathophysiology of tongue coating moisture. So if there is excessive quantity of damp, water, cold, and yang deficiency, the coating will be glossy. If there's adequate quantity of body fluids, the coating will be moist. If there's heat and yin deficiency, when the there's deficient quantity, there will be dry coating and it will turn into rough coating. But if it is severely impaired, it will have rough coating right away. So let's see the moisture of the tongue coating and its indications. So for moist coating, in normal condition, neither glossy nor dry. The indication is that it's a healthy person or the body fluids have not been injured even during illnesses. The pathogenesis is body fluids from stomach and kidney rise up to nourish the tongue. The body fluids is sufficient, and the prognosis is from dry to moist is better. For dry coating, when it's dry without adequate fluid on the coating, the indication could be external dryness invades lung, excess heat, yin deficiency or yang deficiency. The pathogenesis is dryness or heat cause injury to the body fluids, stomach, kidney yin deficiency, or yang qi deficiency, unable to transform water into body fluids. And the body fluids is already injured or deficient. The prognosis is from moist to dry is worse. For glossy coating, the tongue is covered with a transparent or semi-transparent film of fluid, even to the point of dripping off the tongue when extended. The indication of that is it's a cold syndrome, a damp phlegm, water accumulation, and yang deficiency. The pathogenesis is yang qi deficiency, fails to transform water into body fluids, which becomes dampness and water accumulation that rises to the tongue surface. The body fluids is sufficient. For rough coating, the tongue coating granules are very rough like sandpaper, which is rough when touched by the fingers. The indication of a rough coating is severe injury to the body fluids. The pathogenesis is severe damage to the body fluids leads to a lack of nourishment for the tongue surface, and the body fluids is already injured severely. Thank you for your attention.